Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda Rose, and if you are new here, welcome. My content is all about teaching, fashion, lifestyle, anything of this sort I like to talk about here on my channel. And so today's topic is going to be the reasons why I decided to teach summer school this year. Now, if you have been following me since last year, I believe last year in July, I did a video about is summer school worth it? And I gave 3 pros, 3 cons. I'll actually see if I can link that somewhere here so that you can go back and watch that video. But ultimately, at the end of that video, I came to the conclusion that I would not teach summer school again. So if you want to find out the reasons why, then definitely check out that video. But I'm getting on here to say that I am actually going to do summer school this year, and for a lot of the reasons that I did not want to do it last year, those reasons no longer exist now with remote teaching and summer school. So I wanted to get on here and talk to you guys about it, especially if you still have an opportunity at your school to apply for summer school. It may be something that you want to consider, and so I'm going to share why I'm doing it this year, and maybe next year when everything goes back to normal, my answer will be no, I'm not doing it again. So, first reason why I wanted to do summer school this year is because there is a huge educational gap because of remote learning. We are not surprised by the lack of skill and the lack of knowledge that this whole transition has brought upon a lot of our students. And I am so glad to say that my seniors are doing really well and many of them are graduating. However, the students in the other grades, especially 9th and 10th grade, have suffered drastically from remote teaching, which is totally understandable. This is something that is a lot harder for younger kids to get adjusted to. And so I wanted to apply for summer school because I really wanted to help out with those students and then also alleviate the load that would eventually happen in September if these students do not build on the skills that they need for when they enter into the next grade next year. So I've decided to do summer school for that reason. I also think it's important because this year all of the New York State Regents exams were canceled. So if students passed the class, they get credit for the exam. Now this is why this is so important, and some people may have issues with this, but like there was no way to prep kids the way that they deserve to be prepped for an exam. And the Global History Regents, there was a new exam that was presented last year. And that exam focused a lot more on skill when it came to reading, writing, literacy skills, using history as the content that drove those skills, which in my opinion should have always been the way the test was written and created. But it took a lot to transition, it took a lot to learn how to teach for that exam. This year would have been the second year. Now, what a great opportunity to make sure that those students who were supposed to take that exam, something that was completely foreign to them, for them to get an opportunity to still get the credit for the exam if they pass the class. And the same thing with U.S. History. U.S. History Regents for New York was supposed to be presenting or releasing a new Regents style exam, which was getting everyone flustered. And so now to know that even our 11th grade students, if they pass the course, can get credit for that Regents exam. And so I want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of helping teach skills, teach content through the summers to help those students get those credits, and so that they can start off in September on the right foot and on the foot that they deserve to start out on. Another reason why I've decided to do summer school is because we're probably not traveling this year. Every year we have done our best to just go somewhere in July, go somewhere in August, and maybe that might still happen. But as of right now, with everything that's going on, and now the governor Jersey, well, the governor for New York, New Jersey, and also Connecticut, they just put in a plan that says that anyone that is traveling from a hotspot will have to be quarantined for 14 days, which is not ideal, especially because we really wanted to travel to Miami this year. Before even the whole pandemic started, that was like our goal. And so to now know that Miami is, or Florida is considered a hotspot, and we could be quarantined for 14 days because of that, it's just not ideal. So we'll see what happens in August. And also the beauty is that if we do decide to travel, all I need is internet access. I don't have to worry about going into the building. I can take my computer with me, make sure that I have access to the internet. I can teach from whatever location as long as I have Wi-Fi. And so it doesn't allow for such constraint when it comes to teaching. The third reason is obviously because of the money, which was also a pro in my last video. So I have mentioned in a previous video when I was talking about my budget that my goal for this year was to pay off my credit card bills and also my student loans. So as of February of this year, we are credit card debt free, which is such an amazing feeling, such relief. However, the next goal is still to pay off my student loans, and I'm so close. And so it's a lot easier, and it's a lot easier to, I guess, motivate yourself when you know that your money has a purpose. And so for me, if I did summer school this year, I would be able to pay off my student loans. And so that's one of the biggest driving forces for doing summer school, is so that I can get rid of that extra chunk of an expense and not have to worry about that. Who knows what's going to happen for the rest of 2020 and even next year. And so just getting rid of debt and being able to live financially free is a huge goal of mine and my husband. So that's why I've decided to do summer school. And the last reason why I have decided to do it is because I do not have to travel for work. So I mentioned in that other video last year that it takes me about 45 minutes to an hour to get to my job. Now driving, I can get there in about 30 minutes, but the easiest way for me to travel is public transportation. And taking the train right now, if my school was doing teaching in the building, I would not. I do not feel comfortable yet traveling on the train. Just mentally, I don't think I'm ready to do that. And then the summer always runs on a slower schedule. And so it would probably take me an hour going and an hour coming back. So even though summer school for my school is only 4 hours a day, it really is a 6-hour day of work, because it takes me an hour to go, come back, and then not including grading and everything else. So when I did do summer school, it felt like a regular school day, to be honest. So now that I don't have to travel to the building, it is literally a 4-hour workday for me. Of course, here and there when it comes to prepping lessons and grading, but that's kind of just what you expect. But as far as cutting out those 2 extra hours of travel time for me every single day, that was the icing on the cake that really made me feel like, why not? Why not? So if you are someone that is considering summer school, or maybe you still have the option to let your school know if you want to do it or not, in my opinion, I would highly consider it. I know usually I need the time to rest, relax mentally, like what a year this has been. But I feel like I can do it. I know myself, and I don't feel as exhausted as I usually do at the end of the school year. Sun's happening outside. And so that's why I've chosen to do summer school. So I wanted to share that with you guys, because although it's like a random like teacher life update, in that previous video I was like, it's not for me, I'm never doing it again. And then when my school presented the opportunity this year and I knew we didn't have to go into the building, I was like, you know what, this might be something for me. So those are the reasons why I have decided to do summer school this year, the 4 major reasons. And I would actually love to know if you have decided to do summer school this year, and why did you do that as well. So definitely leave a comment down below if you've decided to do summer school, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel, to like this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.